obviously there's a lot of the news with the arm situation right now, but he's obviously put on a ton of muscle mass over the last 2 seasons going through the workout program with Florida. Talk to me kind of what you've seen just in his growth from on the football field and physically wise, and how are you? I mean, again, we're not gonna I don't assume see him throw come Saturday. Can you? You've seen the drama surrounding this shoulder situation. Can you put some ease to Gator Nation on kind of his progress and how he's doing?
He's doing great. He's
Okay.
doing great. I know it was a thing where it was just mass hysteria because this is the guy that everybody sees leading us into the new era of things,
Sure.
and it's more of continuing to make sure that DJ is able to can work his body in areas that he may not have had time to strengthen. I think a lot of he played a great deal of high school football, especially his senior year. Body really wasn't able to get as healthy as he needed it to be to go in to come out there and start playing really because he had some nicks and knacks. But at this point, he's been able to use this time to really get himself geared up to be able to play his best football. I think everybody's seen him take snaps, take reps. He's not somebody that's just going to sit out of practice just because of he can't do one thing. I mean, when I was in college, I broke my right hand. And I still practice and learn to throw with my left. It's just those types of things, and you have certain types of leaders who they're not going to let their crew, their team, their boys be going out there practicing, and they're not out there taking the reps with them. I think some of the best thing that he's doing for himself is the footwork part,
Mm.
going through the plays, being able to kind of see what things are. He didn't run as much last year because of the hamstring,
Yeah.
and so he's also getting to do a little bit more of that, being able to see kind of what running lanes, what is being asked of him on different calls, different ways that he can get the ball upfield without his arm right now when they're running run plays with him. And I seen some really good plays through practice, where he was able to kind of take off and in a game he would have been gone, and it's just good to be able to see him continue to be that leader and taking the mental reps and getting better that way. Because I mean, we all know he can throw the football. It's the number one deep ball thrower in the country. So
Hmm.
it's not going to be an arm thing. It's gonna all that he's doing right now is probably exactly what he needs to be doing. And I think that's the beauty of falling in love with the process. Sometimes it's not exactly what it is that you want to be doing, but it's what you need to be doing.
Sure.
And so,
So,
sometimes God slows us down so that we have time to be able to do the necessary stuff. And so I think that's where he is right now in his journey. And I think that it's going to be.
You ever watch your favorite football team, whether college or NFL, and you see the hold? Where's the flag, ref? Where is it? You're calling, you're whistling, or sometimes it's the other way around. They call the hold, and you're like, open your eyes, ref. Well, now you get your chance to have your voice heard. With Penalty Verdict, you get to do all of that. With Penalty Verdict, you get to vote on penalties called in real time on both NFL and college football games. Engage with a community of football fans who desire fair play and accountability. Unlock the next dimension of sports by engaging with real-time polling of referees, players, and teams. View data-driven insights to help inform discussions about the game. Penalty Verdict is the development phase, and we would love to hear back from you. What features do you want to see in the app for next football season? Check out penaltyverdict.com/Hightop Sports to get in on the action. Now, listen, boys, you and I both know we have had our moments of hooting and hollering. Now's your time to speak up. We're giving you the platform. Take advantage of it.
It's going to be an amazing ride, once we get down to August. He's doing all he's doing in fall camp, and everybody's seeing him. I think, everything's going to be getting as vamped up as it's ever been over there.
so JP, I obviously know you're not a doctor, and you're a quarterback coach, so I don't expect you to be able to
Well,
diagnose
he may have stayed at
issues
a Holiday
with-
Inn last night, Dave, so don't put it past
Right.
him, okay?
But in your opinion, just in your opinion, maybe put some ease towards Gator Nation. Do you foresee the shoulder issue being a major issue down the road or during 2025 season?
No, I don't think so at all. I
Okay.
fully believe that. Like I said, they've done everything to take the necessary precautions to be able to make sure that he's getting stronger, faster, better. He's been doing that the whole time. It's just making sure that everything is worked on. He's a very strong, big kid, and so you can kind of overlook some things in your muscular development, and I think they're just making sure that a lot of those things are happening for him. He's a 230, 240-pound kid. So you got a kid who was grown in high school, and it's just kind of, and like I said earlier, he had some injuries that kind of were nagging him throughout. So, like I said, I really felt like him being able to play this season hurt showed him that he could play hurt. It's different, and not knowing what you can do, and so he now knows, okay, I can do X, Y, Z, even if I can't do A, B, C. And so having that season and having him go through those things and now doing this, I think all of that's going to just put together, like I said, just trampoline type of season. And like I said, everybody can chill on his arm. Like I said, dude's special, and he's been able to kind of overcome a whole lot of things throughout this year that we all seen. But I don't think this is a thing that we're going to see pop his head up again.
To have a timeline, like obviously the big question is like, when is he going to throw? Is he like, we've kind of heard like he's going through motions and whatnot. Is there a particular timeline for him right now, or is it just kind of day by day for him getting back to it?
They're taking him through different things. So okay. I think it's based off of kind of where they see him at the time.
Okay.
I talked to him yesterday. He can throw. It's not like he can't throw. Yeah. It's just him. It's like I said, them taking him through the precautionary things. Because right now, again, like I said, I mean, we know what he can do. His legs were taken from him, and he threw the ball from the pocket. He was shrugging off big old D linemen and throwing bombs down the field. So we know that part, and so it's something that the coaches, the training staff, and everybody else is just keeping a great eye on, great detail, and getting him to the point where he is exactly where he needs to be, but also they feel like he's going to be consistently the same all the way through this whole thing.
Sure.
And so I think, of course, everybody went kind of crazy about it. I was looking at Twitter just waiting for stuff to pop up.
It's been mayhem, man.
But I was just quiet, just seeing everything go this way and that way. But at the end of the day, the dude is fine. I know everybody wants to see him get out there, and that kind of hurt them for a second, not knowing too much information about it. But the information I gave y'all, and the information I can give y'all, is that the dude he's fine, and he's going to be.
His arm's not being amputated. That was what was being said. So that's
real quick.